Fujica, a place for budding and aspiring entrepreneurs. I'm so thankful that you guys stopped on by to come in for another video for us. Listen, I know there are plenty of channels out there, but the fact that you choose to continue to support my channel absolutely means the world to me. We have a good video for you today, but before we get to that, I do want to thank you for stopping on by. If you're new to this channel, I do want to welcome you. My name is Fujica, and I serve this business community as a mentor to help people get their home care licenses, and I also help people navigate the corporate environment. For those of you, this is the first time you've stopped by, I just wanted to take some time to welcome you. It has been a minute. The summer is coming to an end, so I should get back to regular videos. Regular on this channel is every Wednesday and Sunday, so I appreciate you continuing to stop by on those days to check us out. So this lovely lady here, we're going to review a little bit more while she's here later on in the video, but this is my friend Maria. Hi, Maria.
Hi, Fujica.
She's gonna ask me some questions. Honestly, we're just doing things a little bit differently because I get some of the same questions over and over and over, and we thought this might be a better way to kind of give you those questions and answers, so we wanted to just break it up a little bit. So she's going to ask me some questions, and I really want to encourage you to hang on to the end of the video because at that time we do have an announcement. So if you are interested in that, and I hope you are, please stay tuned. Okay.
Thank you, Fujica.
Thank you.
First question I have for you is, I am interested in starting my own in-home care agency. What should be the first thing I should be doing?
Okay, so that's a great question, and I actually do get this question, I think between this first question and second question, the most, which is, I am wanting to start my non-medical home care agency. What should I do? The first is, it kind of depends on if you have interest in the industry, because I think I have about an even split. Some of you come to me and you already have those years of experience as a caregiver, maybe you've worked in a hospital setting, maybe you've worked in assisted living, and you really want to start your own business. If that's the case, then the first thing that I would suggest you do is do a business plan. Now, if you followed me for any length of time, you know that people ask me, how am I going to fund this? How much money do I need to start up? How am I going to market my business? If you do a business plan and you really put some time into building it, you're going to answer all of those questions through that business plan. So that is the first thing I suggest that you do. If you're on the other end of the spectrum like I was, which is you just have a passion for caring for people, but you don't have the experience of caring for others, I suggest you start learning about the industry. You know, pull up YouTube channels like mine, make sure that you're subscribing to magazines, you're really understanding how to operate the business side of your passion. But I think between the education and between creating your business through that business plan, you should set yourself up for success.
Fujica, so once I get my license, can I go ahead and start hiring right away, or are there other steps I should be taking?
So that's a great question. I would say this. Number one, you really want to make sure that you are not operating without a license. However, you can still start those activities. So I'll use myself as an example. When I initially submitted my application, I actually did, as soon as I submitted it, I knew the clock was ticking. I really started putting some job descriptions together, and then I started going on care.com. You all know that I love care.com, and started posting positions there. So what I did through that process is I brought them all the way through having them actually affiliated with my agency up until the orientation, because remember, anytime you do any type of orientation, any type of training, or anything of that nature, you should actually be paying that person. And if you're not in a position to do that, just have them fill out the application, have them go through that process of affiliating them with your home care agency. Now, you would have to be approved for it in order for you to do that. But I think the main thing that I want to say here is you have to be upfront and honest and let the person know, I am a new home care agency, I'm just going through the licensing process, and so what I'm trying to do is get myself staffed up so that when I start getting clients, I am able to serve them. The big key here is to be honest. If someone is looking for pay right away, they're looking for a job right away, they may not want to go with you, because it's really going to take, it'll really depend on the analyst that's reviewing your application to know how long it takes to get approved. So you don't want a person waiting 3, 4, 5 months, right? But if you know you've been in contact with your analyst and you know that you guys are going towards the end of that process, then you can be upfront and honest and let them know, hey, I'm a new agency, I'm really trying to get staffed up. The other item that I want to say on that is, if it is taking longer, or maybe you have some revisions that you need to do to your application, you want to keep those people in the loop. So just make sure that's either a quick phone call, quick email, and just let them know, hey, just wanted to touch base with you. We're still in the process. As soon as I have orientation ready to announce, then I will get that announced to you. Just kind of keep them aware, keep them in the know.
Okay. Fujica, so what happens if I am trying to open this home care agency, but I just don't have the funds?
So that is a great question, Maria. I'm glad that you asked me that because I think that's a very real question. And I do think sometimes that's what's stopping people and preventing them from moving forward. So I would say this, if you are working a 9 to 5, so if you are working every day, I know, again, I'll use myself as an example, and some of you who already know me know my situation. My story is, I was working my 9 to 5, giving that 110% every day, but in the afternoon and on weekends, I was building my business. And so what that meant was I was tucking some money aside, for 6 to 9 months prior to me even quitting my job. And so hopefully you're in a position, you may not be able to do a lot, but every dollar counts. Also, I recommend to people that if you are, like for me, I was lucky, we had a local small business association, so the SBA, they are there, they exist to help small businesses launch. And so they will have access to some funding, but get active in that chapter. This is how you'll be able to network. They do talk through financing and what you would be able to qualify for. Another big ticket item that I like to talk through are grants. There are so many grants out there, and you all know Google is my best friend. So you want to get on Google, start Googling, what grants are out there for a small business. A lot of these grants, a lot of you that are reaching out to me, you're women. There are so many grants for women that are starting businesses. So you really just want to get out there, have searches, refine the results that you receive based on what you want, and really go look for that money that's out there, okay? But definitely between your savings, but now I will say this too, and I don't recommend this lightly. I don't recommend this in a light way. But I do remember initially asking for an increase in the line of credit that I had at my bank. So I knew I had some other monies coming in, and because I knew it was just a short term, right? Because I would never tell you all to abuse your credit. I would never tell you to take out a large amount of money if you know you didn't have a plan to put that money back. But I know that I did have to take a larger increase, but I knew again that money was coming back within a couple of months. If you do have retirement accounts, 401ks, that's also a way that you can pull out some of that cash, but again, you want to make sure that you have a plan to pay yourself back, okay? But I will say this, where there's a will, there's a way. And so you really sometimes have to dig deep and figure out how you're going to get that funding. Because once your business starts rolling, we know it's going to be successful, you're not going to regret it.
Fujica, when it comes to hiring, what should I be looking for?
That is a great question. So what you are hearing from a lot of owners now are that they're not having any luck with having people stay. And they're having a hard time with people showing up on time or calling out frequently. So I always say this, when you are reviewing someone's resume, are you seeing a lot of jobs in a short amount of time? To me, that's a red flag. Now, a person may have a good excuse for that, but you want to make sure you understand the reason. So if it's a 6-month period and the person has had 6 positions, well, that's less than 30 days at each job. right? And so you want to make sure you dig into that. Maybe the person does have a reason, but you want to understand that if you hire them on, that they are planning to stay there for a long time, and that whatever that issue they were experiencing has been addressed for your agency. The other thing that I want to say is, in terms of attendance and really trying to nurture an environment where a person feels good about coming to work, sometimes you do have to create incentive programs, okay? And so that means recognizing people who have good attendance, because there are a lot of home care agencies out there. So a lot of these caregivers know that if it doesn't work out with you, they'll just go next door to the next one. So you got to build some type of incentive program to keep that person interested in working for you, okay? So that means building that relationship, and it may mean building programs to ensure that you're engaging with your caregivers on a regular basis.
Thank you, Fujica, for answering my question.
You're so welcome. She's so fake, guys. So we do want to switch up, and she knows I'm just playing with her. So you guys are probably wondering who this young lady is, and I'm so thankful she's here. We've known each other 18 years. I think we figured out we've known each other for 18 years. We've worked together several times. You know, fun fact, she actually gave me my baby shower for my first child, so she will always have a special place in my heart. So we've decided she is actually living in the state of Arizona, and as some of you know who have followed me for a while, you know that Arizona is a non-regulated state, and we have decided to open a non-medical home care together. So we're so excited for that. One thing is, a lot of you have always asked me, what happened to my home care? Why did I stop the business? And so a lot of you know that I started my own home care right before the pandemic, so that kind of scared me a little bit. And then my husband came to me with another proposition, so unfortunately I went ahead and stopped with that old home care. And I always felt like, you know what, maybe I did that a little too prematurely. So when Maria brought it back up, I decided, you know what, if not now, when, right? So we're so excited. Did you want to say anything about it?
No, I'm just super excited. We will be located in Phoenix, Arizona. We will have more information for you as we continue to develop this business.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Guys, I do want to share with you, I know I've talked to you behind the scenes a little bit. You really want to make sure, especially if you're going into a partnership, that you know your partner, that there are clear defined roles in every partnership situation, so you're not stepping on each other's toes. You know, you have the same goals in mind. And so, you know, we're thinking about doing some strategy sessions and maybe doing some of those live. And if you want to come on board on that and kind of, you know, go with us on our journey, we invite you to do that. So go ahead and put that in the comments section if you would love to be a part of some of our strategy sessions. We were talking today about starting a Facebook, so we have some things coming your way. We're really excited to support you in your journey and maybe learning from us as we go through our journey. Guys, I also wanted to share with you that my staffing webinar, remember it was supposed to happen July 30th. I was not prepared for it. We actually do have a new date for that. It will be held on Saturday, September 30th. So the link will be below in the description. I did talk about business plan earlier in this video, so if you are still interested in doing a business plan course, I will also include that in the video description below. So I'm so excited, Maria. Thank you so much for doing this today. I do hope you guys enjoyed that. Listen, if you haven't already, do not forget to like the video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so that you're notified every time I release a new video. Okay, that's all we have today. Stay blessed.
Bye.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have a passion for caring for others and you're trying to figure out how to turn that passion into a business? Well, I have the course just for you. My name is Fujica and I am just launching Fujica's Home Care Academy. I want you to join me in Sacramento this upcoming October, where I teach you how to actually get your license in the state of California, as well as operating your non-medical home care agency as a profitable business. Go ahead and look out for the link in the video description below. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. I hope to see you soon.